And hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Volcanicus. Yes, we are on the third episode now, because surprisingly, you guys are actually kind of enjoying these videos. I think the Snarl video got like 30-something views, which again, for what these videos are and my channel, if you look at my channel, that's pretty good. The sludge video actually, I think, almost has 90 views. Could we get it to 100? That would be nuts if we got that video to 100. But yeah, so apparently people still quite enjoy these Power of the Primes Dinobots. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to stop wasting time, and we're going to get into who we're looking at today. And today we are looking at Slag. Yes, I know. If anybody somehow from Britain is watching my videos, sorry. I know his name is Slug in your country, but I don't care. He's always going to be Slag to me. I know what it means in Britain. It's some, like, offensive word. I know. But here he is. You see, I've already put stickers on him. He's got one on his head and then one in robot mode, which we'll look at later. Make sure his legs are your legs straight. They are straight now. You can see that leg has a little bit of wiggle room before it actually will hit the joint. This side's the same. Tail there, hinge down, bop, bam, ba boom. You could do that. But yes, here he is, 360 degree. There's his stomach. There's his back. That's about it. Articulation, I guess, if I really had to mention it. His mouth can open. Ooh, there's his head, and then you can see the other logo there. His horns, you can see the annoying part of his horns is like they're bent out of place. That's just how they were in the box. Oh, my throat's kind of dry right now. Should have grabbed a water bottle before this. You can see there. One thing you can do with him, though, is if I grab the baggie here of parts. I did have to get a bag of parts for these guys because I have, like, hands. I got a giant sword for them. I think one of the things you could do with this guy is, if you want, is you could take one of these guns here. Yeah, it fits right in there. Bada bang, bada boom. You can have a dinosaur with a freaking gun on his back. It's kind of like a tank, I guess. You can move it back and forth, but you can also, I think, attach him, to his hips and then to his arms here as well. And actually, I think, could you? Yeah, I think so. Yep, you can install one under the chin. And that's... Oh, it is actually a thing. It's not actually... I thought that was a screw hole. It's not actually. You can see his face through there. I don't know if you can tell. You can see his face through that hole right there. I thought that was a screw hole for a second. I didn't look at it close enough. The sword, of course. I gave this guy a baggie just because, like, other combiners, Menasor, he only has, like, one accessory bit, the sword, plus I display him in combiner mode. Devastator, of course, I display him in combiner mode. Predaking, I display in combiner mode. So these guys, though, I don't know if you can see that, but I just today decided to try and display them in robot modes together. I might post a photo or something later how they look, of all three options, of course. But yeah, so there is Slag. I was gonna say Snarl. No, Slag. And yeah, pretty good. You can see he reuses the feet pieces here from... Here, let me actually show you something. There you go. Look familiar? Yeah. He reuses the original leg bits of sludge, which is... At first, I thought it was a little annoying, but then I came to accept it. Actually, no. I actually knew that was going to happen, because it's like, with all of these Power of the Primes or Combiner Wars teams... Let me say something real quick. I'll put him right there. There's usually two characters. You can see I got my little friend right here. There's always two characters that share components, with Predaking, there was two characters that were nearly identical. With Devastate, that was Rhinox and Headstrong or Tantrum, the two leg bots. With Devastator, the two arm units, Scavenger and Bone Crusher, they both share the treads. With Menasor, at least the Combiner Wars version, both Dead End and Wild Rider, they are both the exact same figure as well, just with different heads and paint. So it was no surprise to me when I first heard about these figures years and years ago, that I learned that that these leg bits on Sludge and him were shared. I'll show you it more when I get him into robot mode. I'll grab Sludge here in a little bit. I'll show you it. But yeah, unless I forget. But I think that is about it for Triceratops mode. There's not much to him. Oh yeah, these bits here, right here, this whole silver section on both these legs is metal. So, and also, these guys in combined mode, by the way, are heavier than the freaking Devastator. They're about the same weight as Predaking, but they're heavier than Devastator, which is pretty funny. But yeah, he's a cute little Triceratops. And I guess for comparison, to make him look bigger than he actually is, here is a little combiner Wars, Blackjack I have left over. You can see it's about how big he is next to them. Now, if I go grab another figure, let me grab somebody else. Who else do we have over here? And we'll grab this guy. Why not? Here he is with tracks. So this guy is also a Voyager. This guy's a Deluxe. So I'm actually going to leave this guy out just so I could show you in the next thing what size he is or how big he is. But yeah, there's a little bit of a comparison. But yeah, now time to transform him. But first, you see mine kind of has an issue there. Usually it's like that. But you see it has a little bit of wiggle room. But yeah, so there he is. I'm really happy with his Autobot logo on his head, how it turned out. I think that, yeah, that turned out really nicely, I think. But yeah, now let's get to the robot mode. So, and he's basically the same thing as Sludge, just a little bit different. First thing you want to do, I would say, is take these leg components, flip them, flip them up, or probably move these legs first and then flip them up, because you want to have them kind of like that. And then you want to lift the tail up, and then just split it, which it's way easier to split. You didn't see that, but you just got to split it. It's way easier to split than Sludge's tail. You want to split those two, and then easily just rotate him down. This guy is by far my favorite in terms of how he functions. Sludge, Snarl, their legs are like bits will get caught on them. Swoop is, he doesn't really tab in that well. Grimlock, his front chest bit tabs in a little tightly on the T-Rex bit. It's a little annoying to get undone. This guy works really well. He's really cohesive. He's a very fun figure, and he works very well. You can see him there. Boop. You can also have him like this, I guess. Alternate mode. Ooh. Hey, hold up, wait. Gerwalk mode. You have a Gerwalk. Yeah. Let's get back to the review. So you can see you can eat. Then you just split these apart. Then what you need to do is, if you watch this, if you see my Sludge review, rotate this, and then those heel parts right here will flip down. So then take the tail and simply just rotate it down so it's in that cavity, and then keep rotating the dinosaur leg, and then I usually have it like that. Same thing on the other side, and literally the exact same thing on the other side, because obviously it's his legs, so they're going to be about the same. There you go. Try to line those up as best as I can. There he is. And you don't have to turn his waist, by the way. You do not have to turn his waist like Sludge. Wait, do you have to turn? Yeah, you do have to turn the waist on Sludge. So there he is so far. You can see the horns are tilting over. The horns are a little loose on my guy. And then, of course, you don't have to turn the arms or anything. You just got to do this. And then I think he is the one, yeah. He's got the really... Oh, can I get it out for once? Maybe. And there you go. Usually I have to get a tool or something to get that thumb out, or that hand out, which usually works better. Also, these shoulders are reused from Sludge. Here we go, face reveal. Look at that. So there is Slag or Slug. I call him Slag, because that's obviously what it means here in America, molten metal. That's usually what it means. There you go, flip that down. The mouth doesn't, now that I'm realizing, sit flat against the chest because of the combiner port bit there, but you can also see there's a huge gap in between the combiner port. But there he is. A very cool figure. I do quite enjoy him. I think he's very neat. Not much to say about him. He was never my favorite Dinobot, but he's definitely a unique one. In terms of scale, this guy used to be a Deluxe, by the way. Here is how he scales up with a Deluxe. Put them face to face. This guy's got dust all over him. I never play with him anymore. You can see just how much bigger he is. Yeah, like that's about the incline on that. So yeah, he's much bigger. Obviously a good bit heavier due to the metal in him. And also one thing you need to notice is this is a Hasbro product. Yeah, this is a Hasbro product. Here's a knockoff product. The legs aren't moving. Perfect. Very nice. Throw him over there. But yeah, very nice to get a closer look in on the details, bruh. You can see the legs. Oh yeah, let me go grab Sludge real quick before I forget. Let me grab Sludgy boy. You can see the two here are the same size. And you can see there, their feet bits are very identical. It's just the only bit from like from the thighs down, the only difference is like the dinosaur legs they have on them. You know, like, of course the thighs are different colors, but like the crotch pieces are also the same piece too. I just realized that. But there you go. I'm gonna put Sludge back on the shelf because I don't want him there. I do love Sludge though. He is by far my favorite Dinobot of the set. There you go. But yeah, Slag is a very neat little figure. Or not little, he's actually pretty good size for him. And then one thing I realized was if you look through the hole on his back, you could see all the way through him. I wonder, can I line that up with my eye? Where's my mouth? Hey! There you go. Nice. If you look, then you can see the hole through the combiner port. Let's try this again. Hey. It's pretty funny. Posability wise, his arms can move up. If you're curious, can he do the full splits? Nope. That's about as far as he's gonna go, Captain. Forward and back. Knee bend about that far. Thigh swivel, which is very nice. Oh, okay. I just got an update on my phone. No ankle pivot, obviously. Come on, this was like 2018 or like 2017. There was no ankle pivots back then. Bicep swivel, I actually don't have to hold his thing. I mean, it will move, but like, look at that. It's so easy to move. It's so nice. I guess you can move the wrist like that if you want. An elbow bend, of course. And then I'll try to do this on camera. The head does indeed, I believe, yes, it does turn. It's just hard to get at with, of course, all the Triceratops bits on it. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, one more thing. He does, of course, have waist articulation. He does have a waist joint. And one thing you'll notice is on the official, I think, yeah, on the official Power of the Primes slag here, the waist bit, there's usually gaps right here. On this guy, you can see they kind of just bloated him out, made him a bit fatter, and filled in those gaps, which is really nice. I do like that. But yeah, there he is. And then, of course, he's a little different from G1. I would compare him to the G1 version, but it's in my basement. We do it. My dad has the original G1 slag. But yeah, hair all over this table. But there you go. Now let us get to the outro. I was just trying to get him in a pose to do the outro, and I can't believe that just happened. He's not broken. His face came off. I think I can just plug that back on. That's very funny. So his face just, okay. Let me just put him in a pose. There you go. There's his pose. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I might have to glue that face on. That's a little weird. I did not know the face could come off. I'm going to have to glue that on. But yeah. So there he is. Let me try to pose him so you can actually see his face as well. But so there he is. There is knockoff Power of the Primes slag. And again, the reason I got these guys was, yes, I know the face just came off. Some of the joints will pop off, but it's not like a huge deal because they can very easily just go back on. Which is very nice, of course. But yeah, so... And again, the other reason I got these guys was because, one, they were cheap. They were like $71 or $70.99. And they're bigger, and I've heard a lot of good things about them. I've heard they have good quality, and I could say, yeah, you know, they have a good weight to them. Each of them have a good weight. I'd say each of them are about half a pound, which makes sense because, like, Volcanicus is about 3 pounds, maybe a little bit more. And that makes sense because, so basically it's like, okay, so each of the 4 Dinobots of the limbs are, I would say, half a pound. So say this guy half a pound, Swoop half a pound, that's a pound. Sludge and Snarl are each half a pound, that'd be a pound as well. So all 4 of those guys would be 2 pounds. And then Grimlock himself is probably about a pound. So I would say all of the 5 of these guys together are 3 pounds. Oh yeah, all 5 of these guys are 3 pounds. But yeah, there he is. I do like him. Real quick, I don't know if I looked at the Autobot logo that much, but there's the logo. It's a little crooked, but I did my best. But yeah, so there is Transformers Black Mamba, oversized, knockoff, Power of the Primes, Slag, or Slug. I call him Slag, but you can call him Slug as well. I don't call him Slug just because it's too close to Sludge. But yeah, and Slag sounds better, and it's a more G1 name. But yeah, so that is going to be it for now, guys. So, oh shoot, cameras are crooked. Oh, it's getting really dark out here. It might rain. But yeah, so that is going to be it for now, guys. So as always, prep your proton packs, prep your steam locomotives, start your DeLoreans, and let's transform and roll out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.